Okay, welcome everyone to the 2222 portal with Pepper. You know what, Kristen? You know Pepper better. I know Pepper through Healy and have been so grateful for her wisdom, your wisdom on these calls. What you bring to our group is just absolutely magical. So I'm so excited to hear what you have to say. But Kristen, why don't you just introduce her real quick?
Yeah, I'm so happy to introduce Pepper. I'll never forget when I met Pepper. It was in Los Angeles, and we were at this big convention with Maria Andros for video marketing, and there was hundreds of people, and we paid for, my friend and I paid for VIP, and Pepper had too. So we all got in this big room. The VIP people were in this big room together, and we all had to stand up and introduce ourselves. And around the room, there's only two people I wanted to talk to after that. And one person's name was Salt and the other one was Pepper. and after that, Pepper and I just bonded. We were two peas of a pod, kind of the anomalies in this group. I kind of feel like, you know, we were the ones that were really deep, the soulful, spiritual people. But she has just mentored me for many years and become a really good friend. She's been on my Landenberg Loft group page where I interview people once a month, and you were one of the most popular ones ever because you give such fantastic information just by knowing the numerology of someone's name and also being able to tap into the guides and all that kind of stuff. And you just bring so much wisdom to our group. And I'm so glad that you came and joined us in the Healy group too. I wasn't quite sure what you were going to think of it, and I know that you're loving it as well. And so glad that you're part of this group and sharing your knowledge with us. So, well, Pepper.
Thank you so much. I am so honored to be with this group tonight. You know, you always come up with such interesting content, and you know, Healy's the future, guys. I mean, you're getting in on the ground floor. This couldn't be better. Everybody needs a doctor. Years ago, I heard somebody say that not too long in the future, and this was pretty long time ago, they said we will need a doctor in every family. And I just, I couldn't really wrap my arms around that, but here we are. And you know, you have a Healy device, so you've got a doctor in your pocket. So this is pretty cool. So anyway, we're here to talk about numbers. Numbers are fantastic. The study of numerology has been going on for over 2,000 years. And I've been working with it for probably about 35 years. And I've seen it, it's, you know, I lose enthusiasm and being involved in something very quickly. And for something to have captivated me and kept me interested for many, many years is phenomenal. So at first it was just about learning the numbers and how it connected with the letters. And now in the last 2 to 3 years, I've seen the energetic value of numbers. And I talk about the name and your birthday being your energetic signature to the cosmos and to the universe. When you say your name, there's no one else like you. You connect immediately, and the universe knows who you are immediately. And you have a tone all your own that takes on your DNA and your intention. So even if somebody else had your exact same name, the tones or the frequency that goes out from you is totally different. So we're going to explore some interesting things. what I'm seeing for 2022 is it's probably going to be, or to go down in history as one of the most phenomenal years on the planet. We are creating history as we move forward, and it's really exciting and really profound. The gateway that is opening for us. We are entering the Aquarian age and coming out of the patriarch or the male side of things that only lasted 26,000 years. So we have a daunting task as having the feminine, the divine feminine, come into play and actually being equal to the male influence. And that just started in 2012. So, you know, we're hardly a baby step into this new energy, and it's already proving to be quite fantastic. So if you look at the number one, the a lot of the symbolic meanings of that are the unique being that we are. We are one of a kind, and all of this group in particular, you came here in this lifetime. They ask us, our guides and teachers said, you know, we have a situation coming up on Earth. Would any of you like to come? And whether we say were we crazy or not, we all went, oh, me, send me. I can help out. I've got skills. And so they said, oh, we got them. So here we are. And at times we wonder if we're in the middle of a bad camping trip. You know, and all the things happen to us, and then we lose our enthusiasm, and then we have to, you know, the next day we're like the Energizer bunnies, and here we are back again. So in a one vibration, you are a leader, you are a discoverer and an explorer. You are interested in many, many things. So now we're going to move on to the 2 vibration, and 2 is 1 + 1. So we all within our bodies have a male and a female energy. And within the body, what we're doing as a 2, we are trying to come together and understand the other side of ourselves. So for most of us, we're looking at the male side and finding out what male aspects we are. And for the gentleman in the audience, he would be looking at the feminine side of himself. And that will be featured for sure in 2022. Now, just as I go back to 2021, because I need just a little bit of foundation as to where we are. If you look to 2021 and count up 2, 2, and 1, that's a 5. So 5 was a universal year last year. What happened was 5 is all about change. Well, didn't we indeed see change? We saw so many systems falling apart. 5 is also expansion. So we had expansion of chaos last year, and almost every structure that we have in life has crumbled. And so that's what we were left with in 2021. So 2022 appears, and we're in the midst of things falling apart, trying to climb over rubble to get to a better place and a better world and a new world, because it'll never go back to what it was. So we've lost sense of normal, and we're realizing that, you know, there's no one is really coming to rescue us, so to speak. So it's kind of up to us. And this goes back to the time before this life when you said, oh, okay, here I am, I can make a difference. Well, we're here, but we're kind of like, what do you mean make a difference? What can I do? If there are billions of people on the earth, how in the world can I influence? Well, in comes the day of February 2nd, 2022. The energy that came in that day through that portal was a threshold for us to walk through and realize that we do indeed make a difference. If any of you, I don't know if they did it on mainstream news, but there was a trucker convoy that went to Ottawa in the last few days. And it was a peaceful demonstration, and there were 150,000 trucks that went to Ottawa, and it was peaceful, and they were protesting sovereignty. They want to make their individual choices, and Trudeau was then not to be found up there, and no one knows where he is now. But the truckers were up there for 5 to 6 days, and in minus 30 degree weather. Now this is unheard of. And they were there, they were peaceful, they were cooked for, they had churches that allowed them to stay, and they made a difference. And they are coming down into the United States, and apparently there is a trucker convoy going to Washington, D.C. to make a difference over there too, to take down mandates and to change things and say, hey, you're not working for the people. You know, I'm not sure who did cover it, but it was astonishing that the news media would not pick that up. So we're finding out that we make an extreme difference. Let's see, let me take a look at what I wanted to go from for here. Okay. Change. All right. Okay, so basically, our government is falling apart. And it's quite likely that we will not have a two-party system very long. We are, on top of everything else, at the Saturn return for the United States. Now, what does that mean? If you go through history, you find out that there wasn't a country anywhere at any time who made it through the Saturn return. So what we're looking at is quite likely not being able to work with a two-party system. The two vibration shows you extreme contrast. So what that means is you'll see the dark side and you'll see the light side. You'll see what's right and you'll see what's wrong. And so we are experiencing that extreme contrast. And if you are in the playing field, think of two teams, whether football or basketball or whatever, they're going fast as can be from goal to goal. So we are experiencing all of the interesting things, if you will, about one side and then the other side. And our job in this is to come to balance and peace. So if you look at our world, it's no accident that we are not peaceful, we are not balanced, we are not grounded. And those are all the things that we are asked to do this year. Now, if you did nothing else, if you didn't work, if you didn't have a family, if you didn't, I mean, handling the contrast of this year would blow your mind. You know? And here we have all the extras that we have to deal with as well. And then here we are, little light worker beings, and we're told, but you make a difference, and you can make a difference. And how can we do this? How can we manage where we are and what's going on? So I've come up with a list of things that can be very helpful. And, you know, you can write out a list, and when things get really difficult, or when you feel depressed, when you feel the heaviness, we've just got so much energy and so much fear in the world today that it's hard to get back to a light side of things, or to be happy, or to be blissful, or to even smile, you know. And you know, with the masks or whatever, I pretty much don't wear one. I'm in Arizona, and we have, you know, kind of a little bit of retreat that way. But you go to a market and you don't see anybody with a smile. Everybody's frowning. And so one thing that you can do, and I try very much to do this, is when I can start a tiny conversation with somebody about anything, you know, you can look at the vegetables and say, hey, these are looking good today. You know, and it's funny because people want to talk. They want to connect. They're desperate. And I had a lady say to me in the parking lot the other day, she says, oh, I love your hair. And I said, I was just looking at how beautiful your dress was, you know, and we both went off with a smile, which is just, you know, that one of the best things that we could try to do in any way, shape, or form. Talk to somebody in an elevator. You've got a couple minutes of opportunity to talk to somebody. Don't be afraid to smile at somebody, or to compliment them on a jacket they're wearing, or whatever. It makes a difference. I was checking out the other day, and a lady was going for a magazine, and I said, oh, don't get in the way of the woman in her inquiry for magazines, you know. And she just laughed. And you know, people are just desperate for a higher thought. So between now and the 22nd of February, we have an opportunity. I believe that there is the portal that started yesterday, and where we're going for the 22nd, that we have an opportunity to raise our consciousness level and stay in a higher state of mind. And the more that we can do that, it will make a difference. I've been told that light workers, and I consider you all light workers, that we, during the course of our lives, will make, and that's will make, a difference in at least 144,000 other lives. Now, you can say, there's no way, you know, what are you talking about? I can't get there. Well, you know, even if you smile at somebody and they go home and they smile at their family, and they make a good meal for their family, and the kids go to school, and you know, whether you have a husband or not, somebody goes to work, and then you influence more people and more people. It's that ripple effect that goes out from just your beautiful vibration. So, you know, it's no accident this, we live in an energetic universe at this time, and the more that you can have different people moving up the scale, then the more we influence in a positive way. So also, if you look at February 2nd, 2022, there are 5 2s there. So we've talked about the 5 a little bit, in that that is a time of change. So here we are in a almost a vacuum, if you will, between now and the 22nd. We can affect major change in that time frame. And so why do I say between 5 and the 22nd? Well, if you look at February 22nd, 2022, those are 6 2s. So you're going from a 5, and then you're going to go to a 6 vibration. Now the 6 is all about healing. That is one of the main energies of a 6 vibration. So if in the 5, if everything fell apart, if you've got extreme change, then 6, then the vacuum that you have is about experiencing the change, making the change, and then we will be able to heal the change. And thus, isn't it interesting that you all have a Healy, or that we're in this Healy group? So, you know, there are no accidents. Healing is major of something to do. So I put together a what to do list. I'm hearing like a bird chirping. Could everybody mute their microphone? I don't think it's me. But if you'll mute, then we can get rid of the birdie for the moment. Okay, so what to do? Number 1, you can join a group just like this. This is a forward moving group. We talk about future. We talk about how can life get better, you know, rather than experiencing the rubble. What we're doing is we're climbing over the rubble as we look toward the light and go toward that. So have a higher viewpoint in your life that you would like to attain, and that would be in everything that you do. Come from your heart in every day, in every way, so that you can be better and better. And there are many things that we can do. So number 1, when you wake up in the morning, you can say to the universe, hey universe, show me miracles today. And so you've put an ask out there, you've said it out loud. Now your job is to find the miracles, and there will be miracles if you have asked, even if it's a little flower coming out through the concrete in the sidewalk and you go, how could this be? You know, count the miracles. And at night before you go to bed, say to the universe, thank you, thank you, thank you. Do it 3 times, because just in case they don't hear the first 2 times, then the 3rd time they get the message. And the next time that you ask the next day, show me miracles today, they might be bigger miracles than they were the day before, but there always will be a miracle. And you know, that's kind of a nice thing to start the day with. During these 2 times, all these two vibrations, which are jarring and difficult, be the observer rather than be in the action itself. People are triggering each other. They're upset. They want to blame the whole world for what's going on. It couldn't be them. So, you don't want to get in the middle of an argument or some kind of altercation of any sort. So try to be the observer and watch the game on the playing field between the goalposts, but don't involve yourself where you don't need to be, because it will be enormously exhausting for you. So in a 2 time, rest your body. When your body says, I need a nap, and you have throughout the years said, but I don't nap, but that's not what I do. Please listen to your body, because your body is supporting you and your body is getting you through this time on earth, and it needs a rest. Okay, so never be ashamed or upset with your body. Just rest. Even if you just got up an hour ago to have breakfast, if the body says, I need a couple hours, I didn't rest well last night, and so do the Healy sleep things, and that will help. Okay, also find balance. Go out in nature as much as you can. They say we need a vitamin D. Well, if you can be out in the sun for 20 minutes a day and, loosen your collar so that the sun can shine on your thyroid area, and the thyroid will help you to retain vitamin D. So then you're not adding another supplement to whatever it is that you're taking. You're getting natural vitamin D, and that does help with your demeanor. It makes you feel lighter. You have a happier sense of your life. Put your feet, now I know a lot of you may have snow on the ground, but in the summertime, take your shoes and socks off and put your feet on the grass or the ground, because Mother Earth is there to help you and to give you strength and to give you lightness, and to take away all the misery or the difficulty that you've had. You can do yoga, you can do exercise of some sort. It doesn't take very much. Meditate, if that's something that you do. You can also carry in your pocket either a hematite or a jet, anything that's silver, gray, or black, and that will help you also to ground. It's important that we ground during these times because it keeps us thinking logically and not getting, excuse me, too caught up in the craziness of what's going on. Now, if you get triggered, and chances are you will, because we're all edgy at this time, it's important that you not get in an argument or a difficult situation. So you're better off actually walking away. And in this, I would say, pick your battles carefully. You don't want to win a battle and lose the war. Okay, it's just not worth it. Plus, your energy is important. Now, in a few minutes, you can tell if somebody is draining your energy. So if you meet somebody new and you decide, oh, let's go have a coffee and talk for a couple of minutes, and you talk for a while and gauge how you feel after you've met this person. You've spent 15, 20 minutes, maybe half an hour or so. Do you feel just exhausted? Well, that person is taking your energy. Now, there's no judgment in the universe about how you get your energy, but there are people who create your own energy, and then there are other people who plug into your energy, and that's where they get their source of energy. Now, again, there's no judgment of that, but do you want to be drained by somebody, or do you want to be uplifted and enthused? So that's something to always ask of yourself. Is this a person that I would like to have as a friend? Is this somebody I would like to call and get advice from? And these are really, really important things to ask. Now, there's another thing. All of you have extreme wisdom. So the thing that you want to ask at that point is you've met this new person, and maybe they have an issue, and so you're listening, and it's like, well, do you feel that if they take your advice, will they do something with it and become a better person, or will they throw it away? And if they're going to throw it away, you may not want to share the pearls of wisdom that you have. So, these are all things to think about and, to put together. So let's see if I have some other little things here. Another thing that you can do, really for the foreseeable future, but for sure for the next 2 to 3 weeks, light a candle if you can for part of the day, and light the candle for harmony in our world. Now, I say harmony because it's important that we use correct words for what we wish for. If you light a candle for peace, peace also kind of denotes war. We think of war and peace. We don't think of just peace. So you don't want to bring the war thought into your head. So stay with harmony. We don't usually think of disharmony. We don't really go there. So light the candle for harmony in the world. And you can also pray. I know for me, for a long time, I was not using the practice of prayer, but now I pray over my food, and I pray for harmony in the world, and I pray for the people of the world. I mean, we can ask for harmony in our home, in our automobile, for ourselves. And then we can go out to the neighborhood, out to the city we're in, out to the state we're in, out to the US of A, and then out to the world. I mean, it sounds kind of crazy, but do you know, even with we have 26 or 28 people here, that would make a tremendous difference. The elevation of all of us doing one tiny little prayer that would take, what did it take? 10, 15 seconds to ask for that? It makes a difference. And if you were ever to do something to make a difference, now is the time. So those are pretty much the things that I had to share with you. Also, the portal itself, it's about transcending old patterns. What we are doing right now, going into the age of Aquarius, or the 5th dimension, we are leaving behind the 3rd dimension of drama and trauma. Okay, so we're going to the 5th dimension, which is where we create our future. We think of who we are. So put all of your senses into what you absolutely wish for, the desire from your heart. because that's going to make a difference. If you envision yourself, let's just say you're doing Healy and you'd like to sell 20 Healys a month, and put yourself into what that would feel like. What would it look like? What would it sound like? What would it feel like? Even go to what would it smell like? What would it taste like? You know, the more that you do that and you have an intention to move into a new future for yourself, it's going to create itself around you. And that is what the fifth dimension is all about. And that's what the portal was about yesterday. It opens up what we didn't think was possible yesterday or the day before yesterday. So I'm giving you kind of previews of coming attractions that even though you've tried something numerous times, maybe it just wasn't time for you to have that yet. But now try it again and start seeing the synchronicity that happens for you and with you, and say thank you to the universe. Now, I don't know if many of you believe in angels, but angels are around us all the time. They are veiled so that we don't see them, but they are there to help us. They are right there. They are listening, but we have to ask, and we have to ask out loud. So it's important that we understand that each of us, each and every one of us, are boots on the ground. They can't do what we can do. We have a body. They are there to inspire us, to give us ideas, to move us ahead. They can help us find a parking spot or you know, a prosperity. They are there to assist us, but we have to ask, and you have to ask in rather an appropriate fashion, in that out loud it has to be. I like to remind them that, guys, I'm boots on the ground here. And I have all of these things that I'm responsible for. And, you know, time is short here because they don't have time. They don't quite understand the thing of time. And many of the angels haven't had a body on earth. So they don't understand when we say, you know, this is like a bad camping trip sometimes. You just have to remind them that you're here, you can do certain things if they will assist you also. So please, they're ready and willing. They just say, I haven't heard anybody. Nobody has asked for my help, but I'm here. I'm ready to go. And they are. Now you have to give them 20 minutes notice. So if you're going into the grocery store and you want to get in and out fast and you want to go through the checking line as quick as possible, you have to give them 20 minutes. And then if the lines are all backed up, you have to be aware of when another checker might be coming up so that you can zoom right over and be ready to go. But they will help in the most outstanding ways. And also, they like to hear thank yous. They like to hear gratitude. They don't work on a tip situation, you know, they don't need money, but they do count the gratitude, let me tell you. So when we say thank you, thank you, thank you, they tell us to say it 3 times, and they whisper, well, we say maybe we don't hear it the first 2 times, but we always do. But we love thank yous. So, you know, send them gratitude. Now I'll tell you another woo thing that I do. I believe in the fairy kingdom and the diva kingdom and the angel kingdom and all the rest of those folks. So all you have to do is say, okay, guys, I'm putting out the silver trays of chocolate cupcakes with little sprinkles, and I want to thank you, thank you, thank you. You do not have to go bake these cupcakes. All you need to do is to remember to say, I'm putting out the silver trays, I'm saying thank you. And I'm telling you, your life can change dramatically. And just, you have no idea. I just have seen so many miraculous things. And it's just, it just takes a couple of minutes a day. So, that's a little far out maybe for some of you, but I'm telling you, give it a try. It might make your life a little easier. Let's see if I've got any other little goodies here. Allow yourself to have fun. I think fun in the last years has turned into a dirty word, and we need to laugh. We need to giggle. We need to even tell ourselves jokes. Sometimes I'll say to myself, just for me, just for fun, never tell anyone. And so you can become your own best friend. And, if we're isolated, if we're alone, if you don't have family or whatever, you want to make a good friend of yourself. So don't punish yourself. If you said watch what you say, because we're going in the fifth dimension and what you say has incredible value. So I know that I've said in the past, well, that was a dumb thing to do. And that's not going to be your best thing to say to yourself, because you're punishing yourself. You're the only one that you have control over to move yourself forward. So anyway, I guess on that note was a kind of a silly note to end on, but please think high thoughts. If you can't, put on some music that elevates you. We have the on the computer, you have the Hertz value. I think 777 is Hertz, HZ is heal your body. 432 I think is another one. And listen, put that on in the background on your computer, and you can go about your day, and it will protect your house and make you feel better. That's a frequency. You can certainly do fun things with your Healy. And so anyway, I hope that I've helped you to understand a little bit more about the history that we're in, and that right now it makes a huge difference to go from the lower vibration to the higher vibration. And the more of us who do that, the faster we're going to get to a higher timeline than what we're on. Okay, so do I have questions? I don't know how to handle that because I'm not the moderator, but
yeah, let's just take a couple of minutes to maybe one or two questions, because I do have a really exciting announcement I want to share with everyone, and we're already at 8:46, but it was worth it. Thank you, Pepper. Trisha, did you have a question?
Yeah, she was talking about going into the fifth dimension.
Uh-oh, there's a big echo there. I don't know what that's about.
Okay, I was talking about going to the fifth dimension. What was the rest of the question?
And when does that take place?
We're already in the midst of moving toward that. There are energies that are coming onto the planet. It started in 2012, and it is more and more active, and it may take, as the years go on, we're in a new 26,000 year cycle. And if we are only like what, 8 years into that, 10 years into that. It's going to take us a while before we have a full on fifth dimension, but you can elevate yourself into that with your higher thoughts and saying to yourself, what would I rather experience if things are not going your way? So does that make sense at all? Okay.
Yes. Any other questions? Maybe one more if anyone has one.
Tracy?
Hi, I'm just curious. You said this is a really magnetic time till the 22nd, right, Pepper?
Yeah.
Would it be like a great idea to do like a vision board during this time, or?
Fabulous. And that's an extraordinary idea, because then you have something to look at and you can just continue to move toward that. Anything like that that you can do, if you can be with a group and a forward moving group or whatever, all of that makes a difference. So anything that you can do would be great.
I'm going to hop in here because I literally am so excited. I'm going to like hurl out of my seat because of all the things that you're saying and what I'm about to say that you don't even know about. Pepper and I haven't discussed this. I just found this out like 2 days ago. So Pepper, thank you. We are so grateful to have your wisdom. And you know, a couple of calls ago, I think it was just like 3 or 4 of us. And you said, you know, you've been doing this for a really long time. And we caught you on a day that I think you were a little tired and a little, you know, like, I don't have much more time. And, you know, what can I do now? I'm older, and like, we need you. We are so grateful to have you. You have brought so many people who haven't even been on this call yet here. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And by the way, people can do a session with Pepper. We'll get you that information. It's $60, I believe, which it probably should be $400 or $222, but it's $60, and the last 4 digits in her number are 1111. So mic drop on that. So thank you. But this is why I'm so excited. You
Pepper,
just said,
I love your hairstyle.
Thank you.
I think you're really cute.
oh,
That's my twin sister, actually. Bye.
that is my twin sister. Okay, thanks, Sam.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. You can stay on,
No,
but
I'm on.
mute
I got it.
yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So this is why I'm so excited. Many of you don't really know, you're new to Healy, so you don't really know some of the key players in Healy. We had a women's online event like 2 weekends ago. Taryn and a couple of other beautiful Australian women were kind of leading it. Well, one of the leaders, Arihia Sun, that's her name, if you can believe that, she is on our team, and Chris and I have been working with her for a while now, and she did the segment on the magnetic marketing. So what she does is she takes people's human designs, and which is like, it's an esoteric system, kind of like astrology. It has to do with astrology. And then she helps people develop marketing strategies that are best for them. And everything is very tailored to who we are. It has nothing to do with hustling or, you know, social media, if that's not who you are. But she reached out to me and Kristen the other night to say that there was a smaller group of these powerhouse women who are doing a 88-day quantum leap program. And she told me about it like 2 days ago. So right before 2222. And she says that it starts 2/22/22. So the fact that that aligns with what Pepper is saying, like this, you know, period of time and like creating a vision board, there's actually a call next Tuesday. I think there's going to be 2 calls over the next 2 weeks. Two. But Tuesday of next week, if you can, we'll get you the information on the Vibe Tribe. There will be a Zoom call telling you about what this program is going to entail. And this program, yes, it is Healy. Healy is what brought us together. And Healy is going to help us quantum leap. But it has everything to do with what you want to do in your own, Amber, put that down, in your own life. So, you know, if selling Heelys or creating a huge Heely business is not what you want to do, if your dream is to implement it into your own practice and really, you know, create a niche for yourself, then that's what you can focus on in this quantum leap. Like, you don't have to just do Healy. It's going to be tailored to you. And I know for a fact that everyone on this call is feeling this big transformation right now. Everyone's feeling this energy. Everyone's feeling like, I'm supposed to do something right now, but I'm not positive. And what Pepper is saying is, if you can find a group of people who want to do this with you, it's going to be 10 times more powerful. So I couldn't be more excited about it. I literally just found out about 2 days ago. I think Brittany and Kristen are the only people that I've talked to. I didn't tell Pepper, and then here Pepper is telling us that this time is very powerful before 22222. So I just want everyone to come along. I want to know what everyone's dreams are, what everyone wants to do in this 88 days, where everyone wants to see themselves, because if I know anything to be true after working with Healy and some of these women, is that when we do intentions together and we put our energies together, it's the most powerful, unstoppable force that I've ever been a part of. And me personally, my manifestation has already come true. This right here, what's happening right here, I could cry, because years ago, when I didn't know anything about human design, when I didn't have any friends that were healers, I felt so, oh man, I'm gonna cry. I felt so alone. Like, I didn't know who my people were, and I didn't know where I fit in the world. And now every single day I feel like I'm a part of something, and I'm just so grateful. I can't believe I'm doing this. I've never cried on a call before. It's obviously this energy, and I just did well-being soul on my Healy, so good Lord. But I've manifested this. I've manifested you, and I'm so freaking excited to see where everybody goes from here, and we're going to do it together. And I'm just so excited. So I'm going to pass it off to Kristen, because I'm like, so excited.
Yeah.
But Tuesday, and nobody, don't feel pressure to do this, but I know everyone here is here for their own powerful reason. Like, there's no small players on this call, not one. And so
And it make my hair grow long.
Yeah, Healy made Amber's hair grow long. Yes, it did. So yes, I am super excited. Tuesday at 8 p.m. next week is an opportunity for you to come on and learn about this 88-day program. I do know, because I was given a little snapshot, you know, they'll say things like from now until 222, like, you know, purge things, throw out things, cross things off your list that no longer serve you. Like, go into this 88 days, like, with your clearest intention. And we're going to do a meditation together and set that intention. It's going to be awesome. Okay. Kristen.
Wow, that's amazing, honestly. And it kind of ties into the next thing that I wanted to just share. But first of all, I just want to thank Pepper so much. You made it was really straightforward. It's really about just shining, being kind, just stepping up. Come here, puppy. My dog's whining. And just, you know, smiling at someone in the grocery store, and just using the right words. And it's just beautiful that you can either live in the third dimension right now with fear and worry, or you can live in the fifth. It's really these parallel worlds, and you can see it happening. And we're all here to kind of raise the frequency for everyone. And I too, I feel like I've always been a lone soldier with my business and whatnot. And now to be in this group, expanding and growing and sharing, and just, you know, like sharing pepper and sharing. Everyone has their beautiful skills and things. And it's just so lovely to network with one another and say, hey, so-and-so, you might want to work with her, or you might want to work with him. And it's beautiful. And I just wanted to share that this all aligns with everything that I'm doing on this Saturday here at the Landenberg Loft. I'm in Landenberg. Unfortunately, I can't do a virtual / in person just because I haven't been able to get that together yet, but I'm doing a jump or empower yourself into 2022 with feng shui. And it's really what we're going to be doing is a lot more release work, a lot of deep kind of release work. I'm going to use some healing with it and letting go of 2021, coming into the year of the tiger, which is very exciting because it's a water tiger and the water is movement. It's going to be moving. And it's powerful and it's strong and it's out for justice and it wants to, wherever there's things that are not, that are greedy or that are out of balance, it wants to shine the light on it and transform it. So it does have to do with that beautiful 6 energy and moving things forward. And then we're going to be talking about how to raise the vibration of your home, which areas to work with certain cures where the energy is a little bit heavier and the areas to amp up that are really supportive. We're going to be talking about space clearing and clutter clearing and all those kinds of things. So anyway, yeah, so either if you can't come, I'd love to have you, but if you can't, just, look at your home and also start to purge some things in your home that make you feel heavy, that you don't love, that weigh you down, things that are broken. Just work on cleaning them up and freshening them up, give them a new face and try to simplify as much as you can. So those are my words of advice.
And after Kristen's event, we are going to go over to Fuego Eats to celebrate another light worker who was on this call, Miss Veronica. Veronica was just published in Vogue like 2 days ago or something. And her channeled paintings are absolutely amazing. And so we're supporting her and another local restaurant because all I seem to do is be able to do light work. And I just want to support everyone and love everyone. And yeah, so it's going to be a fun Saturday if you're in this area. But unless anyone has any questions, I don't know. Usually I'm not speechless, but the energy that's flowing through me right now is just like insane. Oh, thank you, Vero. Yes. So Tuesday. Oh, go ahead, Alexis.
I don't really have a question, but rather a suggestion that maybe we all take a minute. Pepper was saying take just 10-15 seconds to pray and set your intention. Maybe we should do that with all the strong energy here before we sign off.
Excellent.
Thank you. Now, is that something that you being a wonderful yoga teacher and would like to lead, or?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so bring yourself into your place of comfort, whether you're sitting or you want to lay back. Close your eyes. Take the first few seconds just to land in your body, in the space. You can rest your hands on your lap, maybe bring them together in front of your heart. Or I like to take the palm of my left hand onto my heart and my right hand on top. Taking a breath in to connect to your heart. Taking a breath out to hear what it has to say, what it wants, what it desires. And taking the next 10 seconds to connect with your intention. To ask your angels, to ask your guides for support along the way. One last deep breath in collectively together. Exhaling. exhaling together a powerful breath, raising that collective vibration. And letting the eyes slowly flutter open. Thank you for allowing me to guide that. That was fun. And I don't know about anyone else, but my heart was like, boom, boom, boom. It was beating and just the energy was.
I'm so happy to hear that because I don't
Thank you.
know what's happening to me right now. Like my heart is just like
It was
pounding.
good.
I'm tearing up, and like most of you have been on the call with me before, like pretty cool. Like this is not normal. So
It's awesome. Thank you, Alexis.
there
Yeah.
is a wave of beautiful energy. Thank you, Alexis.
Yes.
And thank you,
Alexis.
Pepper. And thank you to
welcome.
each and every one of you for
Yeah.
showing up. It's amazing. I'm so excited to be a part of this with you.
Keep coming back.
Oh, and also Tuesday, you can invite people too. So I know that there's a lot of new people here, and you're excited about all these other people that you think you want to, take on this journey. Invite them. This is either going to resonate with people or it's not. I never feel like I'm selling a Healy. People either get it and they feel it and they see it and they want to be a part of it, or they don't. And either way is okay. So invite them.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh.
My hair is growing really long. I'm not kidding. I didn't have hair.
Amber is my Y, everyone. Amber is my Y, my twin
Yeah,
sister.
like, it's awesome.
So thank you. I loved all of you, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, thanks,
Okay.
guys.
Thank you.
Thanks,
you.
Alexis. Thanks, Pepper.
Bye.
Bye. I love you, Kristen.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Ash.